Hi guys, so we have done the Sims 24 hours challenge video, just where you leave your game on pause for 24 Sims hours and see what happens and what your Sims do. So this is me just building a house for it. Well, basically just took the pre-made rooms and just put them together, because I didn't really want to build one big house and furnish it because it would take too long. It would be pretty boring looking. So I thought I'd just use the pre-made rooms, as they already come with furniture anyway, and it means I could just place a tons of different rooms and join them together. So the Sims will have like plenty to do and like plenty of opportunities to start a fire maybe. And the results were really interesting and really funny. Oh, and I've built the house at Windenburg. I think that's how you pronounce it. So it's basically the expansion pack. They get together expansion pack that the world comes in. So placing these rooms together was kind of difficult and like annoying because of the way that like the doors went and stuff, and then when you connected one room to the other, like furniture would disappear and stuff. So like, I mean, that was kind of a challenge on its own, which I suppose that was actually a challenge going round using the pre-made rooms to make a house, which was kind of difficult, but I just like placed it anywhere, to be honest. Like, I didn't really care about the layout of it, just as long as they had like plenty to do and like opportunities for them to like start a fire, so something would like actually happen in the challenge instead of them just like watching TV and dancing all day. So that would just be a bit boring. So anyway, we've decided to do this challenge with 8 star stable characters. So 4 of them are soul riders, and like I took them from the gallery and we just changed them up a bit and like put like some custom content onto one of them. I'm sure, I think it was Anne, I think her name is. Yeah, so they're like, the 4 of the soul riders are teenagers, which I didn't realise, so I kind of had to mark the next day off on the calendar as day off so they wouldn't like go to school and stuff. So the 4 soul riders are Linda, Lisa, Anne, and Alex. And then by the way, I'll put the person's name down who originally created them in the description box in case you wanted to like download them. And the 4 we have made is the Baroness, Lizzie, Elizabeth, and Evelyn. And Evelyn has a secret. I'll put down my name on Origin, like the gallery, just in case you wanted to download our 8 Sims as well. Oh, and by the way, Lizzie is a toddler, if you couldn't tell, and the Baroness is an elder, so we basically got 2 adults, 1 elder, 1 toddler, and 4 teenagers. Oh, because we've used basically all of custom content on Anne, if you download her, she might be like wearing different clothes or like be naked or whatever, just because obviously, unless you have the same custom content as me, which I don't think you would, I don't know, but just to let you know. Oh, and in the video you'll see that the characters change out of their like actual outfits into their hot weather outfits, just because at the time it was summer. Well, I made the season summer, and the weather was like really hot, so they wouldn't like keep their actual outfits on if they went outside because it was just hot, and they just changed into their hot weather outfits, which was a bit annoying. So at first, nothing really exciting happened. So I tried to change the Baroness outfit, by the way, again, back into her original outfit, but she just kept changing back into the hot weather outfit. But anyway, they were just basically watching the TV and dancing away, just what the Sims usually do when you just let them do whatever they want, which is quite annoying because they had like so much stuff to do, like the basketball course and like guitars and the DJ booth and stuff, and no one really touched any of that. Didn't even like start the fireplace, but then it is summer after all, so maybe that's why. Maybe they don't use the fireplace as much in the summertime. But yeah, nothing really exciting was happening at first. They were all pretty much just doing their own thing, dancing and talking and watching the TV. I didn't put a computer down for them just because basically Sims just love the computer. So it's all that they would do is just go on a computer and watch the TV and just dance about. No one's really even used the game machine or anything. It was kind of, I don't know, it's like they weren't really doing much. So yeah, majority of the time they've just spent dancing and watching the TV. Guess they just love their dancing. They just want to get their dancing skills up. And then Avalon was just tidying up the toys. Guess he's just a tidy man. The Sims have a thing about toys being out. It's like you can't put it out for decoration or they'll just like clean it up the next opportunity they get. Like they just hate having toys out. It's really bizarre because they'll leave dishes behind for days, but with toys they just need to automatically go and clean it up. But everyone was still dancing. Anne was on her tablet. Nothing exciting was going on. Leslie was just following everyone around. Oh, and someone, I think it's Alex, she started cooking. I think it was like mac and cheese actually, but had high hopes for a fire, but didn't happen. So they were all just chatting and dancing. And then she made the macaroni cheese and someone else stole it. She didn't even eat it. Yeah, by this point I think most of them are changed into their hot weather outfits. But I think it's because they must have went outside. Oh, and Anne started a barbecue and making burgers. Oh, and Linda's making mac and cheese again. But nothing happened. I think it's when they make the grilled cheese sandwiches that that's supposed to cause fire. But yeah, everyone's just watching the TV and eating. That's about it. I think by this point the Sims got kind of stuck for a wee bit, just like they usually do. So they were just standing in one place. Yeah, they were just still watching the TV and playing with the toddler. I actually felt sorry for the toddler by the end of it. She didn't look good. Obviously not being taken care of. It's weird how Sims don't like take care of their toddlers really, unless you tell them to. Like they'll just like put them to bed and play with them, but they won't like feed them or like give them a bath or anything. It's strange. Well, I don't think I've put a potty in for the toddler either, but I suppose it doesn't really matter because they don't really take care of the toddlers anyway, so unless you tell them to. Yeah, everyone was just kind of standing about, eating burgers. Yeah, just basically doing their own thing. I think they getting like stuck from time to time. I don't know if it's because like we just had so many Sims, but I think 8 is the maximum Sims that you can have in one game, unless you use like mods or something. But maybe that's why they got like a wee bit stuck from time to time. Man, nothing much really happened for a while. They were just kind of standing about, and then it's like they kept going to the dance floor that I made for them, and then coming back inside to watch the TV. Just kept doing that. I think they're away to eat burgers now. Probably got all hungry by this point. I've done this challenge before, but for a week. But it was kind of boring because they just done it with like a sim and a dog. And a sim made like hot dogs, so she basically had them all week. And they were like spoiled and making her sick, but she kept like eating them all the time. It was so stupid.
No, she was sick.
And the dog was like ill. Felt sorry for it. It was just being sick everywhere. And it ran away, and then it came back, and then it ran away again. And basically all she was doing was sitting on the computer or watching the TV, eating her spoiled hot dogs. And petting the dog, I think it was. Praising it, just because her aspiration was an animal lover or something like that. So she just kept praising the dog all the time. Even when it was like stinking and it was sick, she just wouldn't take care of it.
She always complained because it was stinking.
Yeah, she just complained that it was smelly. It's like the same in this video, like the toddler gets smelly after a while because it doesn't have a potty. But obviously it doesn't really matter because Sims won't like actually do anything unless you tell them to. So, and everyone just like goes round saying how smelly it is. It's a shame. But yeah, by this point everyone basically finished eating their burgers, I'm sure. And I think they're gonna head to bed soon. Yeah. Nothing exciting really happened. Oh, Avalon went to play basketball.
Without his hood.
Yeah, we made him bald by accident, but don't really know if he's supposed to be bald or not.
He never takes his cape hood off, whoever it is.
But yeah, he played basketball for a bit and
he was to get those muscles up.
Oh, we took some very funny pictures at the end of it. So we'll add it on at the end of the video. But yeah, at this point everyone just kind of went to sleep. Well, I only gave them 4 beds, by the way. In the toddler bed. So they've got like 2 single beds and 2 double beds. But they have like plenty of couches to sleep on as well. I was thinking of doing this challenge in The Sims 3 again to see the difference if like the Sims would do more or like what would happen there. See if it's any different from The Sims 4. So I might do that. But the only problem with Sims 3 is that it's really laggy. So yeah, I might do that in The Sims 3 again. but don't know if we'll like recreate the Star Stable characters. Oh, and at this point, I realised that maybe they can't get into the gold, the leopard kind of bedroom, just because like the door's wrong. When I was like placing the rooms together, I didn't really pay attention as long as like there was a door. So I had to like delete one of the doors and leave one of them and see and check with the Baroness to see if it worked, if they could go through to that room, just so they could sleep in that bed. And there's also so yeah, that basically worked. So it just meant that they could go and sleep in the double bed as well as use the other room that's got the fireplace in it. Oh, by the way, sorry if you can hear barking in any bits of this video. It's my dog. She's just going a bit mental because the mailman was going round. But anyway, yeah, at this point everyone was just kind of going to bed, and Linda actually went to use the basketball court. So yeah, that was glad someone used that on their own. I didn't think they would, but it was the same with the garden thing I placed for them, where they can like do gardening and stuff, but I suppose Sims can't really do that on their own, so it's kind of pointless. But yeah, like the toddler was napping and everyone was kind of in bed, and everyone else had to just kind of sleep in couches just because they didn't put enough beds down. But I think that's a part of the challenge actually. You're not supposed to give everyone a bed just to make it a bit more interesting.
Oh, and Avalon went partying again.
Oh yeah, Avalon went for like a power nap and then he was up on the dance floor dancing away. And Linda was kind of just reading books. I think they were the only two that didn't get a proper bed. Oh, and I'm sure there was Alex, but she went to sleep on a couch in the other room where the fireplace is. Oh, Elizabeth.
Alex is in that room.
Oh, and at the start, I forgot to mention, but we had the welcome wagon coming in with their famous fruitcake. But obviously I didn't get in the house because we couldn't invite them in.
And Avalon is watching Alex sleep, which is very creepy.
But it's also, yeah, they always bring fruitcakes when they come with the welcome wagons. Just like nice, but it's a bit annoying. Like, there's so many different things you can bake in The Sims and stuff, so why do they always have to bring a fruitcake?
Except if you're in Salami, they give you like this thing in a bowl.
Or cava?
Yeah.
Yeah, still don't really understand what that is. I think it's like a drink or something. I know you need to have it for the cava party, but don't really know.
Plus, I think Linda and Avalon got along. They're night buddies.
But yeah, at this point, Elizabeth got up, and Lizzie the toddler, she got up, so Avalon went and tucked her away in bed, and yeah, they were eating smelly burgers, of course.
Was the Baroness changed her outfit into this old retired lady kind of outfit? I don't know how you say it, but her outfit looks ridiculous, kind of.
But at least her eyeshadow matches our jumper now. We gave her a popping green eyeshadow.
Because she has it on the game, I'm pretty sure, because that's what I typed in Google and that's what she had. This big popping out green eyeshadow.
Yeah, basically at this point they're complaining about how smelly the burgers are, but still eating them.
And I was never recognised Avalon in my life if you would look like that.
Oh yeah, and my game got stuck for a bit, like a little bit. I don't know why, but got through it. And yeah, they're basically just back to watching the TV. Oh, and that's like the day off. Like, basically had to put in a holiday in the calendar so they wouldn't, like, the teenagers wouldn't go to school. But yeah, everyone's doing the same thing as yesterday, just dancing and watching the TV, eating smelly burgers.
Their
But
daily life.
by this point, they're all like tired and stuff. Like Evelyn went to bed, and someone else went to bed. I don't know who that is.
I think that's Lisa still sleeping, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe. No.
I was like Lisa.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're all kind of just walking about, and the toddler, Lizzie, she's up, and she smells by this point, just because she's obviously pooped her pants, and there's no one to give her a bath.
Even the Baroness is complaining, but at least she changed her outfit.
Yeah, well, they have a bath, but obviously she's not going to give her a bath unless I tell her to. But yeah, they started cooking. I don't know, I think that's Lisa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she was cooking grilled cheese actually. No, or maybe like scrambled eggs on toast or something. Or bacon. Oh, I don't know. She was cooking something anyway. So I thought, maybe that will like start a fire.
But
Because I think like by this point they kind of went over the 24 hours. But just because they started cooking again, I thought, I'll let it run on. Oh, and there's a fire. So Lisa was making Anne was making her burgers, and she started a fire on the barbecue. So yeah, by this point the fire has started, and they were all just running to the fire and freaking out, and then running back to the front of the house. I think that's what the Sims are just supposed to do, which is a bit weird because you think they'd like help out and extinguish the fire rather than just running to the front of the house and just acting scared. Like, I mean, no one else is going to help them because there's no fire brigade. Oh, and Elizabeth, she put the fire out, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of stupid how they just stand at the front freaking out just because there's no fire brigade and like no other Sims are going to help them or anything. So basically your house is going to burn down if you don't get one of your Sims to extinguish it.
And I'm glad that Anne survived because I think she's my favourite character.
But yeah, they didn't get much of a fire, and just because they extinguished it quite quickly. But yeah, that's about it. That's really what happened. Like, the only exciting thing was the fire.
And the dancing.
But it was still fun to do, and we'll just insert some pictures at the end of the aftermath, like what the Sims look like afterwards.
Mini photo shoot.
So yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.